There are times when you might feel aimless. You can't see the places where you belong. But you will find that there is a purpose. It's been there within you all along.
When you hear it, you can almost hear it.
It's like a symphony. Just keep listening, and pretty soon you'll start to figure out your part. Everyone plays a piece, and there are melodies. Each one of us. Oh, it's glorious. You will know how to let it ring out as you discover who you are. Others around you start to wake up to the sounds that are in their hearts.
It's so amazing what we're all creating.
It's like a symphony. Just keep listening, and pretty soon you'll start to figure out your Just keep listening, and pretty soon you'll start to figure out your part. Everyone plays a piece, and there are melodies. Each one of us.
Wow, you're welcome, visitors. You're welcome, participants. You're welcome. You're welcome. Good morning from Uganda. Good morning, everyone. I'm Janet. I'm your moderator, together with Nena. But I request that we give like 5 minutes to our other colleague to join in. Just 5 minutes. Let's keep enjoying the music. Thank you.
Tamam.
Yes, we can all try to mute. Let's all try to mute.
One question.
We have only 3 minutes. We are giving our colleagues 3 minutes to join. Yes, they are joining. You're welcome. You're welcome, my colleagues. You're welcome, participants. You're welcome, everyone. Feel at home. Feel at Infinity Academy. You're most welcome.
Our esteemed Mr. Sir Abdul Rahman Conte from Sierra Leone. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us. It's early
Yeah, good
morning there in
morning.
Sierra Leone.
Good,
Good
yeah,
morning,
good
sir.
morning, and good morning, colleagues. Good morning.
Yes, welcome, welcome. Thank you for claiming up our webinar. Thank you. That's great.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to be here.
You're so welcome, sir.
Yeah,
We
thank
can
you.
begin our. Yes, yes. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, I think our 5 minutes are done. And we have 17 participants, but I think we can go ahead. Others will join us. You're most welcome on our webinar. And I'm so happy to welcome everyone, the best of agri business for Africa. By name, I'm Janet Nazige Banada, a counseling psychologist and the founder of Perfect Therapy Center and a student from Infinity Academy. So I'm going to be your moderator together with Nema. So Nema, please, you're welcome to introduce yourself. Thank you. Yeah, I think my colleague is going to join us soon. Nema, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
So we are not going to take
Yeah.
time. Oh, please introduce yourself to the.
Yeah, greetings everyone. My name is Nema Elche from the manager of and the mod Madam. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nema. Thank you, Nema. Again, you're most welcome, our dear visitors. I mean, participants, thank you for choosing to learn learning is a very good thing. So our theme today is the best of business for Africa and the world. So thank you for taking time to learn about agriculture. Agriculture is the way to go. There is no way we can live without the farmers. Yeah, this Wilbur uh, is a very good one, and I promise you're going to learn a lot. So without wasting time, I want to welcome Madame Puja, who is going to give us the whole introduction of the Wilbur. He's a very good lady, and he's our leader in Infinity Academy. So, Dr. Puja, Madam Puja, you're most welcome. Please introduce the thing to us. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Janet. Thanks. That's awesome. And welcome all awesome participants. And I know somewhere it's really early morning, and then also you have taken the time to join us. So I'm sure agriculture is very much in demand, and everybody would like to know more about how to go forward with agriculture. So, this is a very sacred day for us. We are entering something which is, a livelihood and a base for this whole globe. So let me start my introduction by saying that the title of my introduction or this webinar in the form that I see is Scaling the Agri Future through Knowledge, Safety, and Social Innovation. So, distinguished speakers, respected organizers, that's Infinity Aid, and all the volunteers of Infinity Aid who have made this possible. We have partners from Asia, we have partners from Africa, and all the brilliant sociopreneurs who have joined us today. A very warm greeting to all of you on the celebration of World Soil Day 2025. I'm honored to represent Infinity Aid Academy for HSC Socialpreneurs powered by Roxburgh, where our core mission is to build capacities, enhance community resilience, and empower social entrepreneurs with the skills they need for a safer, more sustainable future. Soil, the foundation of all agribusiness. So, today's theme, the best of agribusiness 2025 for Africa and the world, reminds us that soil is not just an agricultural input. It is a living system. Whether we talk about crop farming, aquaculture, or livestock, everything begins with the health of our soil and the ecosystems that depend on it. In both Asia and Africa, millions of small farmers rely on soil as their primary asset. Yet climate change, unsustainable farming, and land degradation threaten this asset every day. As socialpreneurs, we are not only business creators, we are ecosystem stewards. Linking today's presentation to the larger vision, I want to appreciate the dynamic topics lined up today. We have our Vovoli Strategic Partnerships in South Sudan by Vani, Pulato AgriVentures Vision for Sustainable Commercial Agribusiness by Goi, Sabah Homestead's Leadership in Tilapia Aquaculture by Pati, and Farmers Pride International's Mechanized Farming Breakthroughs by Jesophat. Each of these speakers represents a different piece of agri-future puzzle. But together they show us what grow the agri-future at scale really means. It means leveraging partnerships, technology, youth leadership, sustainability, and cross-border collaboration. Safety, sustainability, and social impact are the new competitiveness. At Infinity Aid Academy, we focus heavily on HSC, that is health, safety, and environment. Because any future of agribusiness must be safe for workers, resilient for communities, environmentally responsible, and scalable without harming ecosystems. The world is entering an era where HSC competence will determine investment, market access, and global trade viability. For example, investors are demanding climate smart agricultural practices. Consumers are demanding traceability, safe food. Governments are demanding compliance with environmental and safety norms. So the socialpreneur who understands policy, sustainability, and innovation will be the one who grows fastest. Talking about Asia Africa collaboration, which is the next big frontier. Africa has land, youth, natural resources. Asia, especially India, has technology, digital innovation, low cost solutions, and a strong culture for frugal entrepreneurship. When Asia and Africa collaborate, we unlock a unique competitive advantage for the world. Mechanized farming adapted for smallholder needs. Aquaculture, innovations for food security. Climate resilient crops and soil regeneration models. Digital platforms connecting farmers to markets. Youth skilling programs, creating the next generation of agri leaders. This is why cross continental social entrepreneurship is not an optional, it is essential. The role of Infinity 8 Academy is an academy dedicated to building HSC socialpreneurs. We focus on leadership training for young agribusiness entrepreneurs, modules on project management, safety, risk reduction, and disaster preparedness, curriculum to help startups scale responsibly, community-based entrepreneurship models for women and youth, international collaborations for learning Asia, Africa, Pacific. Our aim is to ensure that every sociopreneur here today can scale with safety, sustainability, and social impact at the center. A call to grow the agri-future together. As we celebrate World Soil Day, I want to leave you with three thoughts. Regenerate before we extract. Healthy soil, clean water, and safe communities must be the foundation of every agri-business idea. Collaborate before we compete. The Asia-Africa partnership is one of the most significant opportunities for sustainable growth. Scale with purpose. Growth that does not uplift communities and protect ecosystems is not actual growth. Agribusiness is not just an economic activity, it is a lifeline for millions. And a future of global food security depends on how responsibly we act today. On closing, on behalf of Infinity 8 Academy, I congratulate all speakers and participants. Let us continue to build a world where innovation meets responsibility, entrepreneurship meets sustainability, and growth uplifts communities. Thank you. I look forward to learning from the inspiring discussions ahead. So, Janet, you can take back the forum.
Hello. Sorry, I had lost my internet. Thank you, Dr. Pooja. Thank you so much. That was a very good insight. I'm glad to be a student of Infinity Academy, and I'm learning a lot. Thank you so much for that introduction. I think by now everyone has an insight of what Infinity Academy is all about. So what our webinar is all about. So at this point, let me welcome Nima, who's our moderator, to welcome and introduce our presenters.
Mhm.
Thank you,
Mhm.
Janet, for welcoming me. And thank you, Madam Pooja, for this kind overview about today's webinar and the program. Once again, I welcome everyone who has participated this nice event. I don't take it for granted because agriculture, I take it as a backbone of the wealth in Africa. So that's why we need to give it time and protect the environment for the betterment of the future of tomorrow. So at the moment, allow me welcome Mr. Wani Chaplain for his today's presentation. Thank you very much. Wani, you are welcome.
Thank you, the presenters, moderators, the participants, and thank you, Madam Foja. Thank you, Dr. Ruben Karianko, the invited guests for this today's presentation. My name is Wane Chaplain Michael, and my specialization is logistics and procurement specialist and co-founder of Wawali General Trading Company, Poultry Venture, based in Juba, South Sudan. About the best of Wawali for Africa and the world, we are in a strategic partnership with the Plateau Agri-Venture based in Uganda, founded by Goy Joseph. So, you know, the whole executive summary for this venture, Dr. Ruben, can you enlarge a little bit? Enlarge, and go back. Go to the first slide. Yeah. So, you know, I came up with this venture because there are so many opportunities in South Sudan where I identified, and this was through the mentorship when I joined Infinite Aid Academy and powered by Rosberg Institute of Social Entrepreneur. I found out that South Sudan faces some critical problem, like heavily depending on the import from the neighboring countries like Uganda and Kenya. So much of chicken, meat, and the eggs are being imported from the neighboring countries. So with this, there is a very a big gap that really cause a lot of food insecurity. So I found that, you know, when you specialize, the solution that I come up with is just to specialize in joint venture, a joint venture with the Plateau Agri Venture in Uganda. So sorry, in Uganda, so that we can share 30% of the market and and then with that we can be able to supply South Sudan with the fresh chicken, egg, and some agricultural products. So go ahead, Dr. Ruben. Next slide. So, you know, the bridging the borders for success, World General Trading Company provide social infrastructure, government relationship, labor force, and stabilizing market distribution channels in Juba city. So, Plateau Agriventure, Uganda will deliver the technical expertise like the veterinary services, high quality foreign bird or chicken, and then the supply chain logistic in transportation. Next. So, the core purpose of Wawali General Trading Company Poultry Venture, the mission is to provide affordable, high quality protein sourced to South Sudan, and while empowering the local community through mentorship program. And then the vision is to be the premier agribusiness model in East Africa that will bridges the border to feed all nations and build wealthy among the East African countries. So our value, it's a mentorship, strict international biosecurity, and then standard and environmental sustainability, as it was mentioned earlier that soil is important for every living thing, whether human or livestock and so forth. And it must need clean water, clean environment, and healthy soil for high production. So the problem that I've seen in Juba, South Sudan, one is food insecurity. So there is wide malnutrition and a severe lack of affordable protein sources in Juba and part of the urban area in the South Sudan, Juba. Two, South Sudan mostly relied on import. That is the import reliance. So the market is vulnerable to the border delays, where when products are being imported, it must be delay in border, waiting clearance, a lot of procedures. And then there is also high tariff that will be charged on imported products. Secondly, when it reaches here, prices will become higher. will become higher. So on imported goods. And then the skill gap. Yeah, there is a skill gap. So a lack of a technical know-how, like in the local workforce. So this leads to a frequent farm mismanagement and failure of production. So with all this, so we come up that what are we going to offer to our community? One is we need to offer table egg. So we need to offer fresh, high protein egg produced locally for the maximum save life, so that South Sudanese will enjoy healthy egg. Two, we want to offer a broiler meat. You know, a processed chicken meat, like, and also some fertilizers and some other parts. I mean, let me say it, that is providing the whole meat or some parts according to the choice of the customers to meet their hygiene standard. Thirdly, we want to provide also a mentorship academy. So by training, by offering training center on biosecurities and the farm management. So with all this, you know, it will also just boost the production. So the input supply. So high quality day old chick and sausages and all these toys. This will be provided via Plateau agribusiness, since it offers the specialists in the agriventure ventures. Go ahead. So with this also, there is a housing and a system plan where we need a KG system or intensive, or utilizing for layers and to maximize, you know, density, automated feeding, and ensure efficient egg collection. You know, once you have built this, you have this facility, you know, there will be a simple feeding system, and where eggs are laid, and it will also make collection very easy. And then we need to put also a deep litter or semi-intensive. This will be used for broilers to ensure a better animal welfare and superior meat quality. You know, once you have a high quality birds and even the meat you provide, you will have much clients that will be placing their order basically, and that is for competitive advantages. And then climate control. You know, there is a need for installation of fans, and then heaters and some sensors to manage the temperature and ammonia. Like in Juba, where Juba heat has gone sometimes to 48, 50, sometimes can go to 80. So that temperature is needed in order for the birds to feel at least the compatibility. And then fans also give them that. In case of a cold weather, and then heaters will also apply. Yes. So why the plateau? It's very important. You know, it's very important in the supply chain stability. Plateau manages the procurement and the transportation of the specialized medicine or vaccine and the premixed and availability of some foods and medicine which are not locally within South Sudan. Since I mentioned earlier that most of the product was imported in the neighboring country, Uganda. So South Sudan lacked some of the logistical equipment. So, in terms of technical transfer, there will be a quarterly audit by the expertise. This will enhance biosecurity protocols and training of the staff on the data management or analysis. This is one of the core points that Wawali General Trading Company Poultry Venture will partner with the Plateau Agribusiness in Uganda through risky mitigation. You know, there will be a strict vaccination schedules and the access to the control to prevent the diseases outbreak, which is common in the region like Juba, South Sudan. So this risky mitigation will be done with the help of expertise knowledge from Plateau Agribusiness in Uganda. Yes, next slide. So what would be the strategic roadmap for Wawali General Trading Company Poultry Venture? The strategic roadmap will be in phases, in 4 phases. One of the phases is one establishing and constructing facility and training the staff. And then the second phase will be now the operational phase. So in the operation, this is where we will introduce the first batch of imported chicks or the birds, and then we start the sales launching in this first batch. And then the third phase will be a plan to make an expansion. You know, an expansion of especially we have a plan of local feed mill that will be commissioned after the second phase. So once we have commissioned the mill, the local feed mill, then we shall move to the fourth phase, which we will become independent, and we shall have local hatchery, especially for the eggs, and that can capture into the chick. So with all this, we will have a full production which will not rely on the input. Yes, move ahead. Next slide. So the next thing is the revenue stream. You know, when you look at this cycle, you will find that the blue frame the production will go for the table egg, that will be 60%. Then the next is broiler meat, will produce by 30%. Then since out of this there will be fertilizer, as you can see. The third one, fertilizer, and then the training spending will be 10%. So with all the total spending of the revenue that will be generated, it's going to be 100%. Yes. So the operational cost, you can see the feed that is used for feeding the bird, it's so high by 60%. So labor cost will be 20%. And then energy will be 10%, because this can be minimized by use of solar system or generator, not relying much on the public electricity. And then other costs that will come unforeseen will be 10%. So when we look at this bus, much cost goes to the feed for the bird. So this is making all spending 100%. So this is that you need to feed the nation building well together. Wawali and Plateau will turn Juba fulfill deficit into a sustainable supply, creating wealthy, healthy, and then stability for all the nation. Thank you.
Thank you, Vani. I think it was an excellent breakup presentation from you, and very nicely presented. I'm sure everybody wants a copy of your presentation, and we will make sure that it's disseminated later on, and looks like a very good venture. So go ahead, Nima, for the next round.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Wani, for your kind presentation. It was nice and enjoyable. So before I welcome, as Mr. Goi is preparing to present, I request everyone.
Yes, Nima, can you please remind participants to fill in the forms?
Ya kweli.
Yeah, thank you.
Most na mkono.
Utasema ukifika.
So I think yeah. Thank you, Mr. Wani, for your nice presentation. I remind everyone to fill out the attendance form which has been presented by Kiri in the chat. So before I welcome Mr. Goi, let us use this time in a brief terms. Mr. Goi will be given 8 minutes to summarize your presentation so that we be in loop of time. So you are kindly welcome to present. Thank you.
Especially for all of us.
Goi, we can't hear you. Yeah, be a bit louder.
Can you hear me? Let me hold the
Yeah, and can I request everyone to please mute your mic so that we can hear what Goi is saying?
Thank you so much. Can I?
Yeah, please go on, Goi.
I can hear a lot of however, I will request that maybe probably we can mute. Okay, thank you so much. I want to really tell you that it's a very great day for all of us.
Mr. Goi. Hello, Mr. Goi.
Yes, please.
Yeah, that the link twice. That's why maybe that background is coming on.
Is it okay now?
Hello.
Hello. I hope.
Yeah, better.
I think now the echo is not there.
I can't hear you.
Go ahead,
Can
Goi.
you hear me now? Okay,
Go
thank
ahead.
you so much. I think Robin will help me share the screen, my presentation that I've just shared with you some few minutes back. However, I really want to thank everyone who have taken their time to be here with us today. I think we have a very amazing theme where we are saying that the best of agribusiness for Africa and the world. And without soil, there is no agriculture or there is no agribusiness. So that's what actually Plateau Agribusiness stands for. I want to introduce myself. I'm called Goi Joseph, and I'm the founder for Plateau Agribusiness AgriVentures, which is in Uganda. And also, I work with also another organization called Kiandongo Video Advocate. However, with the passion in agriculture, that's why I was able to come up with Plateau AgriVentures through the guidance and support from Infinite Aid Academy and through the mentorship which have been taking place for the last 1 year in Roxburgh Academy. I'm so honored today, I can say, to represent Plateau AgriVentures, whereby we are growing a force in sustainable agriculture, soil restoration, and innovate. Also engage youth in innovative agribusiness models. So I want to tell you that the future belongs today to those who prepare the soil. If we don't prepare the soil, then I think the future does not really belong to us. So if Africa and maybe probably the world wants a strong food system tomorrow, then we must start with the soil today. Mr. Robin, I'm not
Joseph.
seeing my presentation.
I can present your presentation in case you have trouble.
Okay.
Is it okay?
Yes, please.
Okay. So please Okay, it's yours. Take it up.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yes.
I want to really tell you that basically in my presentation you'll be seeing photos or pictures. All those pictures are from what I have been doing in the community through our venture. So as I told you earlier on, before that, Robert, as I told you before, I told you I'm from Uganda, and we are advancing sustainable commercial agribusiness, through poultry farming, piggery, vegetable garden growing, that is backyard farming. As through that, also we have gone to soilless growing of mushroom production. And so we are in Uganda, we are found in a district which is called Kriandongo district. Next. So as I told you earlier on, I'm a founder of Plateau Agri Ventures, Uganda. Next. So I want to talk, today my conversation is mainly going to be about the soil and why we have really come all about maybe to say that we are practicing agri ventures. It means we use the soil. However, there are some core issues or problems that we have identified. One of it being soil fertility decline and unsustainable farming practices. And also, Kriandongo district, where we hail from, is a refugee hosting district. So the refugees and the smallholder farmers, food insecurity and the low productivity, these are some of the things that have prompted us to come up with the Plateau Agri Ventures. And then also there is limited access to agronomic skills and quality agricultural expansion. I would like to say that we believe that agriculture is more than just planting crops, but it is building economics, restoring dignity, and also shaping the future. And our work spans through climate smart agronomy, livestock and poultry system, mushroom production, and soil conservation, as well as also building the capacity of the youth. Myself, I believe that the youth are solutions to problems. In most cases, some people say that the youth are the problem, but they are the solutions to the problem. So when they are engaged rightly, you find out that they will be able to solve all the issues that we have mentioned here. So the effective solutions are that we have explored the circular agronomy, as you can see from the pictures, and regenerative farming models, because being in the district where we are hosting refugees doesn't have land. So we have to make sure that we make proper use of the soil which is there to make sure that they produce food within their compounds, within their small space of land that they have been given. And then demonstration farms for community learning. And then climate smart farming practices and agro input access. So these people also, we have to make sure that they have access to quality agro inputs, which will be able to make sure that at least they are able to get to solve some of the climate vagaries that probably might arise. So some of the unique strengths that Plateau exists is that we have a very deep community connection and a trusted extension support, whereby we work with the other partners, we work with the district to make sure that we get the necessary support that is needed. And then experience across poultry, livestock, and agronomy and capacity building. I have worked in the industry of agriculture for the last 4 years. So, and also the team that I work with, they have the capacity to make sure that the practices that we are trying to do are really what is there to solve the issue, the main problem of food insecurity. And then practical, scalable agribusiness model, sustainable for Uganda's settlement and host community. So we should also know that it is not all about producing food that you need to just eat. You also need to generate some income. So that's why we have to bring in the aspect of the agribusiness, whereby someone can have food, someone can also have some livelihood out of that, can sell the excess to make sure that the person also have some money to maybe probably balance up the food in the household. Next slide. So other thing that I want to say is that the healthy soil for the healthy cities, being like linking up to the world theme of the soil celebration this year. So we have to make sure that we promote soil health through organic inputs, composing, and sustainable land use. We have not just make sure that we buy fertilizers anyhow. We have to make sure that the fertilizer that the inorganic fertilizers are very harmful to our soil. So like we always make sure that the people whom we are trying to train, we make sure that they use what is available to make sure that the health of the soil is good. Also integrating agriculture models that improves soil security. I mean food security. So as I had said earlier on, we have to go to the vertical kind of farming with the small plots, which are in the cities. They don't have those farms as well as in the settlements. So we have to make sure that we integrate those techniques. And the importance of the soil management, it is very important that we know the importance of why we manage the soil. So when we manage soil, we promote sustainable and long-term crop production. We shall be able to make sure that the soil health is good, so we shall have high production as time goes on. And through that, if you use fertilizer, you will have a high harvest, maybe within 1 season or 2 seasons, but the rest you find out that you will start experiencing decline in production. And then also enhance soil facility, structure, and the microbial activities. So also reduce soil erosion and nutrients losses. We also have to support the climate resilience through carbon storage. We also improve the water retention and drought resistance. And also we have to ensure that stable yields for farmers and food security. I want to say a week ago, I was talking to some of the people, especially the youth, and I was telling them that, like in Uganda, we have not yet reached up to the extent of climate adaptation. So we have to mitigate. We have to make sure that we employ the best practices in farming to make sure that we mitigate the issues of the climate changes that probably are going to affect us. Because like most part of Uganda, you find out that we still have, we still farm, like we produce crops twice a year, which is not the case in other countries. So we have to make sure that we employ the best practices to make sure that we solve the issues of climate change. Next.
Hello, Mr. Goy. Yeah, hello, Mr. Goy. You are reminded
Yes,
to be somehow brief and summarize your presentation because you have only 3 minutes to summarize. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm summarizing. Actually, I also want to say that we also implement the innovative models as a powerful approach to optimize land, improve soil health, and enhance the food security. What you are seeing from the background is the product of our work that we do. We empower communities with the hands-on skills in soil conservation, mulching, irrigation, composing, and integrated farming. So we have a model that one of the partner called Action Against Hunger uses is called OLUM, which is optimized land use model. So that proves that when farmers learn, farmers rise. And when they rise, the entire community also rises. That's what exists in our community. Next, Dr. Robin. You can move to the next slide, Dr. Robin.
Okay. Shall I move?
Yeah, so I want to just, I may not go deep into this, but I want to give you that, yeah, so we can go there. So like I want to say that Africa's biggest resources is not just the land. To the previous, so yeah, I want to say that the time is now for the Africa to scale up climate smart innovation, soil restoration program, mushroom production, use-led enterprises model, and scaling means taking what works and multiplying it. It shouldn't just end by scaling it. We have to multiply it. So also I was saying that it is the energy and the innovation of its use. That's why I was saying that the biggest resources is not just the land, but also the use. So when young people see agriculture as a business, they stop waiting for opportunities and they start creating them. One powerful quote that I wanted to say is that the youth are not only the leaders of tomorrow, but they are the partners of today. So for people who are here, please, let's make sure that we work with the youth to make sure that they are part of what we are doing in the community. Next. So you can move to the next. I'm done with that. Yeah, so I wanted to say that another, yes, as I summarize, Nima. So like, so today, let us plant innovation. That's my encouragement to all of us who are here. Let us plant knowledge, let us plant resilience. And thank you for joining this informative discussion. Together we grow soil, together we grow livelihood, together we grow Africa and the world. Thank you so much for listening to me. I know probably the time might have not been very good from my side, but I don't know if there's some question. I think I will come back after that. Thank you so much.
I think Goi, it was a very good presentation. It was really, something that you were calling people to, to invest into systems, invest into climate change, and invest into the youth and bring them on the forum of climate change. I think that is very important. And whether it is Asia or Africa, I think our strength is youth. And so we should catch up on that and make the youth work in the field of agriculture and bring more and more modern practices for agriculture. I think that's very important. So I think
Yes.
it's well said, and congratulations on this venture. And now going back to Nima.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Puja. Thank you, Mr. Goy, for your kind presentation. I think that in Africa, agriculture is a culture. Once we continue agriculture, we grow wealthy broadly. So without to maybe wasting
May I
much of
request all
the
of you to
time,
please mute your mics while the presentation is on? Please, everyone, mute your mics. Thank
okay, yeah. Allow me, I welcome Madam Patiziwe from Zimbabwe to have her presentation. Patiziwe, you are welcome.
from South Africa.
Wow, thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I know for others it's afternoon, and we should be saying a happy World Soul Day, but I know the date is past. So our theme today, Grow the Agri-Future at Scale Perfectly, encapsulates the work that we are doing at Saba Homestead Aquaculture. So my name is Patisiwe Saba, and I'm honored to be part of this group as I present on our project entitled Sustainable Redfin Tilapia Production, addressing food security through sustainable aquaculture. So this project is based in Gokwe, in my rural home, which is located in the Midlands part of Zimbabwe. So as we commemorate the World Soul Day, let's look at how innovative
Patty, we can't hear you.
Yeah, meanwhile,
Maybe
you
you
can
have
share
poor
the
network.
slides, Dr. Ruben. She must have shared the slides with you. Please share her slides. Meanwhile, she comes back.
Oh, okay.
You proceed with next one. I'll look for the slide. Mhm.
Maybe let's wait for her. It might be disturbed by network.
Yeah. So meanwhile, he can share the slides and she can also come back because I think Dr. Ruben only will share the slides.
Yes. Can we move to Josaphat last first, and then come back to Patty later on? She can explain. I'm looking for her.
Okay, let me just give a quick call to her. 1 second. Or Janet, can you call her? Can you call Pati quickly and check if she's coming, or should we take on Josephat first?
Um,
Oh, she's back. She's back. Okay. So, Dr. Ruben, please
Yeah.
share her slides.
Okay, please.
sorry, we just had a power outage.
No issues.
So
We are in real world.
oh, my apologies. These are some of the challenges that we encounter. These are some of the challenges
Yes.
that we encounter in Southern Africa. We just had a power outage, so it affected my internet a bit. My apologies.
Yeah, so who's going to share your slides, Pati? Okay.
I'm sharing the
Hello.
slides. Yes. Just give you an indication. I'll move.
Okay, sorry. I'm not so sure how much I had gone. I realized that my presentation had just cut off when we had my power cuts. Okay, so yes, my name is Patisiwe Saba. Like I indicated, I'm based in Zimbabwe, and I'm the founder and leader of Zaba Homestead Aquaculture. So my background is in agriculture, specifically in animal science, and I hold a master's in rural development with postgraduate work in decision making and climate change. So before this venture, I spent some years working in the NGO sector. This gave me some understanding of some of the community needs and sustainable development models. So for our venture, the Zaba Homestead Aquaculture is focused mainly on redfin tilapia production. We produce it in our rural home. So, and our core purpose is to establish a highly productive and sustainable agro venture that actively contributes to food security, economic growth, and community development. And our impact vision is to create a replicable model for sustainable aquaculture across the entire region. We are not just building a farm, but we are also developing a blueprint. So some of you would ask, why redfin tilapia and why here? So let's address the critical challenge that we are facing in Gokwe. So next slide. So in terms of our problems, the reality in our area, Ikokwe South, is a high prevalence of food and nutrition insecurity, mainly due to El Nino induced droughts. And the average food security score is 2.04, indicating significant hardship. And this also impacts on health and well-being, mainly for our children, with increasing rates of stunting reported to be close to about 30%. So as a result, our community has been suffering from limited access to affordable, diversified, and reliable protein sources. Compounding this is the reliance again on rain-fed agriculture, which makes our area very vulnerable to droughts and erratic rains. So to build a resilient and a secure agriculture, we decided to move beyond these climate dependencies and create a reliable year-round system. So next slide. So our project. So you see this slide acts as a bridge to our solution. We believe in an approach that is fundamentally sustainable, as captured in this key statement. This circular approach maximizes resource utilization and minimizes waste, offering significant environmental and economic benefits to the Wondo Village area. So the circular economy isn't the future of agriculture. It's about leveraging every output as an input for another part of the system. So this brings us to the unique strength of the Zaba Homestead aquaculture model. So maybe we move on to the next slide. So what are the unique strengths? So our venture's key innovation is a highly integrated closed loop system. The design creates a self-reinforcing agricultural ecosystem that is both highly productive and environmentally friendly. So for example, the pond effluent for horticulture, we take the nutrient-rich water from our fish ponds and channel it directly to the adjacent horticulture areas for natural fertigation. So this is nature's own fertilizer. We minimize then the use of synthetic fertilizers. The synthetic fertilizers, I'm sure you all know how harmful they are on our soil. And then a fascinating benefit that we have discovered is the fishy smell of the effluent, which comes from our fish ponds. And this naturally deters vegetable pests, significantly reducing our reliance again on synthetic pesticides. And then our integrated poultry component feeds into the loop. So the chicken droppings fertilizes the fish ponds, boosting algae production, which then serves as a natural local source for the tilapia. So this closed loop methodology, it promotes genuinely organic production. So we cut down on expenses, crucial for our soil, and eliminating any harmful chemicals, leading to healthier soils and sustainable crop cultivation, which is good also for our health. So maybe we can also talk about how the sustainable system then translates into real world impact. So we look at the nutritional and the economic impacts of our venture. As I've indicated earlier on, the area suffers from severe food insecurity. So having the redfin tilapia will then produce nutrient-dense protein sources, making this affordable protein source accessible to our local households. We're therefore improving dietary diversity and combating malnutrition to support children's development and community health. And then in terms of economic benefits, our venture is designed for significant economic returns. So our monthly projection at full capacity is about $5,250 per pond. I know for other business players, this might sound too little, but imagine if it's a rural community, this is a reliable and substantial income for the local families involved. And then the economic activity also contributes directly to community development and growth, because the income is used also to boost the local economy. And then moving on to the next slide, we're looking at the employment and the community impact. We are creating jobs on a short term, because, for example, during the refurbishment phase that we had for our fish ponds, we engaged local communities to help us in terms of digging the fish ponds and also maintenance. And then we have our youth who help in terms of specialized skills like preparing the fish for the market. But with the broader picture is to expand the program, and the project expansion is then meant to serve over 500 households in the community. And then the future vision, that's the last slide, is Zaba Homestead Aquaculture is positioned to serve as a blueprint for broader community empowerment. We will employ a mentorship model thanks to the support that we are getting from Infinity 8 Academy. So we'll cascade this knowledge through a structured training program. Our goal is ecosystem replication, where we intend to help other communities adapt and also implement the same model in a sustainable manner. So the expected impact for this Zaba Homestead is profound, fostering a more resilient local food system and then creating self-sufficient community networks, and ultimately building regional food security. So as we celebrate the World Soul Day, remember Zaba Homestead Aquaculture will serve as a catalyst for community-driven sustainable development, empowering locals through ecological practices. The future of agriculture is integrated, secular, and community focused. I thank you all.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Patty, for your nice presentation, and thank you for keeping time. Yeah, your session was very enjoyable. I'll request you to keep it up. Yeah,
Thank you.
without wasting much of our time. Yeah, I'm
One
going
thing,
to
Nima, I would
welcome
like to say
Mr.
before Josephat goes online that it's a very unique way of fertilizing your own produce by using different types of what the earth has given us, different type of whether it's poultry, whether it's aqua, whether it's the farm produce. So how to integrate this and use the the droppings and the excess uh, you know uh, what do you say, the non-used material from the different things, and how to use it, and not only cut less on your costs, but also I think provide a more what do you say, non-fertilizer approach, non-synthetic approach, as Pati calls it. So I think we should all go for it, and try to use it as much as possible, because this is what would save Mother Earth than anything else. Thank you. Go ahead, Jaspat.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pooja, for that nice comment. Yeah, Mr. Josephat, it's your time. You are highly welcome.
Yes, good morning, everybody. Good afternoon. Probably depends to which part of the world you are. And I'm Josephat Esconte, the founders of Farmers Pride International, Sierra Leone. On behalf of the government of Sierra Leone and His Excellency the President, I'm here to represent my great country to the world to showcase exactly what we are doing in agriculture. And to Infinite 8 Academy, by providing this opportunity to actually show the world what we are doing. I appreciate you for this platform, together with Roxburgh. Thank you very much. Without wasting more time, I want to go further to talk about what we have been doing in Sierra Leone and what we hope to achieve in the near future. Thank you very much. Dr. Rubin, I kindly ask you, sir, to project the PowerPoint for us so that we can look into it.
Yeah, Mr. Josephat, as Mr. Dr. Ruben is sharing the slides, I am reminding you that you will use 80 minutes to present. Thank you.
Yes, sir. I'm strongly aware of that, sir. Thank you very much. I'll try very much strong enough to able to adjust within the time. Thank you.
Sisi Kombilia.
Okay, thank you very much. As I started earlier on, and this is all about us. Our specializations in Farmers Pride International is scaling up from subsistence to mechanized farming. So this is all about us here. Dr. Rubin, should we move forward? All right, actually, we look at who we are. And Farmers Pride International Sierra Leone is a youth agric-led business which was initiated around 2016 and fully incorporated with the government of Sierra Leone by October 3rd, 2022, and up to date. And our visions here actually is to able to scale the evolutions across Sierra Leone and the sub-Saharan of West Africa, you know, and our mission productions to a profitable productions. That is the reason why we are aiming to use mechanized agriculture. And more especially, our value chain here is rice productions. To be specific for people who are listening to me, they might want to know. We are into 3 value chains domain, which is rice, cassava, and livestock. But livestock, cassavas, they are integrated variables to the main principal one, which is rice, because Sierra Leone actually depends more on rice. Out of 7 days in a week, 5 to 6 days, citizens consume rice every day. So there is a high demand of rice in Sierra Leone. Should we move forward, sir? Okay, and this is what we are building. If I can just summarize the executive summary here, and we are trying to make sure that we make rice available in these 2 major districts, because this is a part of the capital city, which is Freetown. This is the most dense populated cities that you are seeing here, and this PowerPoint, which is Bo and Bombali district, respectively. And you look at it, there's a high demand of agricultural activities in the south because they have more fertile land there that can produce more yields when it comes to rice productions. And we are trying to make sure that we achieve the 120% increase in domestic rice productions, because our country largely depends on rice importations to Sierra Leone, though His Excellency is trying to make sure that we buffer that kind of problem. And that is the reason why he initiated the Feed Saloon Innovative Project. And so, sorry, the Feed Saloon Program, which is Pillar 6, and it is aligned with our project, the Sierra Leone Rice Innovative Project. So if we look at this one, we want to start by cultivating 1,500 hectares using mechanizations, that's using innovative approach. And if you look at the pictorial evidences on this, we could to achieve this, to be more self-sufficient in using mechanization farming, instead of we continue doing conventional method. Dr. Rubin, should we move forward? Thank you. And this is the challenges that a lot of farmers has been seeing, as you are seeing me on the picture together with other farmers. And the process you are seeing here, it is challenging because it is manually intensive, as you are seeing here. You know, in most cases, farmers might not come to the field to work on time. And so we all know that agriculture depends on time, and it has weather varies. So if you don't respect the calendar that you are supposed to do your productions, then obviously it will tell on the yield in productions. So as you see here, using the conventional method, you will know that the average yield here, let me say per hectare, is 1.5, which is very, very low. You see? So as a result, you see here, there is high intensive of poverty in the rural community, which give more pressure on the city, because, you know, as other colleagues, we are talking about healthy soil for healthy cities. What we produce in the communities, in the rural districts, is directly coming into the city, and the city cannot survive without productions in the rural community. So as you look at it, we say, okay, hey, here is the deal. Now, for us to have a self-full sufficiency, because the government is paying over $200 million annually to just import rice into Sierra Leone. And more especially, if you look at it, the nutritional value, most of it, it is not up to standard. And sometimes we can have 10% brokenness of the rice that we are consuming in Sierra Leone. Sometimes it is even expired before landing here. So all of these things have, health, impact into our citizens, into our nations. So that is the reason why Farmers Pride International is strongly behind the government initiatives for us to work together and other development partners in the world to make sure that we have our own productions in Sierra Leone, because we are blessed with a fertile land that we can almost grow everything. And so because of that, we like-minded youth in Sierra Leone has championed, the productions to be increased in Sierra Leone. Next slide. Now, this is the problem that we are solving. As you see, first of all, the challenge is you will see that we have a weak links. And then if you can take a look at this one, you will see that there's amount of strength wings here. So Farmers Pride International obviously is here to solve a critical problem that is affecting Sierra Leone, more especially the 50% dependency, as I made mention earlier on rice importations to Sierra Leone. So we want to make sure that we contribute 10 to 15% by 2026 to 2035, which is having 7-year buffer differences within the government agenda, which is 2028, for us to achieve self-food sufficiency in the country. And we are on it very seriously because currently, as I'm speaking to you, what also we are doing, we are also contributing to the human capital development in Sierra Leone because we are being employed some certain, temporary workers in the field whom we pay on daily basis for them to work for us, even though there are challenges, but we are trying to make sure that we achieve by having a commercialized agriculture so that we can create more job opportunities and then update more youth into the skills of agriculture. Because the next billionaires in Africa is coming from agriculture. No hard feeling for the 21st century, it's no longer coming from oil because nobody is eating oil. Everyday doctors, police, teachers, lawyers, us the farmers, we are eating food every day. So that tells you that agriculture must be a must in the continent of Africa. And if the future needs to be cheap, then we need to buy it today. And how it's going to happen is through agriculture. So Farmers Pride International Sierra Leone is strongly committed to make sure that we have a full scale of mechanization agriculture in Sierra Leone and try to decentralize it to the Western, countries in Africa, that is the 16 and West Africa nations. So by this, we'll be able to be self-sufficient and then avoid most of expired food coming into our country. And then it will also, deepen the production rate for us to be more, industrially developed and then cut down the increment of and food tariff, in Waterkey and other areas. Next slide. Our unique strength, as you see, our unique strength here is on 3 values. And first of all, there's a necessity for us to achieve all what I've said here in terms of a fully mechanized agricultural productions in Sierra Leone. We must be able to acknowledge the facilities of technology, the use of drones, the use of tractors, the use of, real time, IoT systems, all need to be in place so that we can be able to monitor our soil, when to apply fertilizer, and then when not to apply fertilizer. The structures of our plants, if they are healthy or not, then we need technology into this. This is the synergy for our local capacity, because we will not be able to achieve fully mechanized operational, productions in Farmers Pride Internationals without acknowledging the facilities of technology. And second to that one is that, we attack the greatest national need, of which I made mention of, which is we need to focus on the investment aspect. And this one is talking about the human capital development, as you see, because when many youth sees agriculture as a way of business, then that is when growth started, because we know most, graduates that are coming from the universities, the universities has already trained us for us to depend on job. After universities, the traditional method is to go to office and then work. By studying, office cannot create billionaires. The government cannot succeed without the private sectors. So we have to sit back and make sure we add more value into the private sectors and calling more youth to see agriculture as a way of business. And so this is what Farmers Pride International stand for. It is third, also it has is slightly similarities where we empower the right people. The right people here are the youth, are not the old folks. We are calling the old folks because we are gender sensitive. Be old, be young, be man or woman. We are calling on everybody to make sure that you practice agriculture. And if actually we have to do this, then agriculture needs to be a necessity of inventions. And if that is happen to be, then we constantly need to integrate our mind to practice agriculture, to see ourselves as agripreneur. By so then we'll be able to beat up inflation very fast in the nations, and then make sure that we have more money coming in, and then make sure that we have local factories, local industry that produce. Because if we only depend on foreigners, what will happen? Let me say in 5-10 years to come, if foreigners happen to wrap up, are we going to sustain as a nation? That is where the sustainability is coming in. So every nation that depend on foreign investors, it tends to collapse. But for us to succeed, we need to produce indigenously. Next slide. Our mechanizations as a service, from preparation, planting to harvest. To summarize this one quickly, you will see that if we use more, technological advanced, equipment to scale up our project, you will see that if we use, go back, please. Under the preparations, you will believe that if we use manual labor, it will cost us more. Let me say we want to clear 1 hectare, which is 2.5 acres, 25, town lots of that. It will cost us more money, and then more time, and then more labor intensive to do preparation. But if we use tractor to do it, let me say tractor can able to do 1 hectare within 1 to 2 hours, while in compared to manual labor, it will take us 2 to 5 days, to prepare that particular land. For example, coming to planting system, the same thing go to planting system. It is manually intensive for us to use manual planting as compared to machines that will be there planting. You see, the next, it can also increase on the harvesting, because it can also make reductions or alleviate post-harvest losses, and then increase on what? Yield, if we use mechanized systems. And then if you take a look at it again, farmers are going to be more beneficiary if we use, combined harvesters to do our harvesting properly, and even the milling system as compared to traditional method. Next slide. Our operational model, you see, is very much simple and tactical. And Farmers Pride International, you see, is actually aiming to make sure that to achieve all what you are seeing here in this particular model by fleeting those machines in the near futures to come. And then you look at our services, you see, we also want to integrate, app system that will be able to monitor, just like what I'm telling you. You don't need to be in the farm all the time to make, supervisions. You can just be there seldomly. You can even be at your residence and then monitor the status of the plant, monitor exactly what is happening using app that I call the Farm IQ, of which Farmers Pride International has already done a prototype of that one, and then trying to make sure that we secure funding or partnership to be able to fully scale up into this, because we see why China, India, the United States, Pakistan, Vietnam, why they are successful in most of their productions to rise, because these nations, Sierra Leone, largely depend on them. India, Vietnam, China, they are suppliers of food into Sierra Leone. They are successful into this because they are using technology to make sure that they achieve whatever project that they put forward. And because of this, that is the reason why they are large suppliers to Sierra Leone, and we have a great bilateral tie to that. And Farmers Pride International is not an exceptional case to this. We can achieve this one if actually we put into practice what we are seeing here, and of which we are very much militant in doing it. Next slide. Why FPI? Of course, we are more accessible and affordable. I see, and Farmers Pride International can actually break the barriers, because we have started it. We have started, we started testing the model by 2021, and it is acceptable by the community people. It is acceptable by the government of Sierra Leone, and it has a future potential for the agricultural transformations in Sierra Leone. We were able to actually make sure that rural farmers get access to what we have. by giving them capacity buildings in Bombali district, Safroko Limba Chiefdom to be specific. We train 500 young folks who are in the agricultural sectors. In Mara Chiefdom, we are able to train 900 of them. In both districts, we are able to train 1,200, of which we have data all into this as I'm speaking to you. So Farmers Pride International would be able to make sure that we scales our venture in Sierra Leone now to 2030 using 5-year differences, and then optimizing our productions to other nations by 2035. So Farmers Pride, obviously it is accessible, by decentralizing access to high-tech driven systems of agriculture. And we have done several things in the district that today, even the district leaders who are representing us in the agricultural sectors are seriously aware, and they are ready to be in partnership with what you are doing. And then look at the local expertise. We cannot exist in the community without integrating the local community leaders, the paramount chief, the section chief, those that are there, the pioneers you see, they have to be a collaborative sessions to Farmers Pride International. So we are working together closely with the local expertise to make sure that we ensure we are not monopoly over knowledge. We seek and collaborate with people with integrity, because as our core value says, high trust and then high value. So for us to achieve all of these things, what I'm saying, we must be able to acknowledge the local expertise in the communities that we have, because everybody's voice matters for us to achieve in this. Next slide. Look at the transformational yield. Earlier on, if I can still integrate it, if you look at the manual labor here, we have 1.5 tons without the use of, mechanized or innovative approach. But if you look at FPI-SL scales model using mechanization as our full specialization here, we can be able to achieve 4 to 5 metric tons per hectare using water control system, irrigations, using soil management, risks mitigations, using water controls into the plant. All of these things, it is achievable through Farmers Pride International. Next slide. Join our missions today, world leaders. As I'm speaking to you, your ideas, your suggestions, your contributions matter a lot to us, because for us to achieve in Sierra Leone, in the continent of Africa, it takes collaborative effort. So Farmers Pride International is seriously committed and is opening up to other international partners who might want to seek our attentions and then see how best we can be able to take this potential investment further. I thank you all listeners. I appreciate you for the time that you spare to listen to me. I respect your opinion. Thank you so much. Any questions? I'm here to respond to them. Thank you very much.
Thank you much, Mr. Josephat, for your nice presentation, and thank you for keeping time. We really appreciate for your presentation. I think that for the questions will be, welcomed after the comments. At the moment, we are going to call for interactions to discuss and comment about all the presentations that have been made. So this is a call to everyone to comment and interact on the presentation. Thank you. You are welcome. For any comment, anybody with a comment or interactions towards the presentations, you are welcome. We are going to use only 10 minutes. Thank you.
Okay, before anybody decides to comment, I would love to comment on Josephat's presentation that, today looking at the hunger, looking at how many people we need to feed globally, we need to be very sensitive towards how we use the land. And of course, all our presenters have been talking about sensitivity towards climate, sensitivity towards hunger, sensitivity towards using resources, and sensitivity towards using natural resources. So I think Josephat's presentation also goes in the same line, where he's talking about using mechanized methods to yield more in the same given space. And that is how you feed more people, and that is how the country will become self-sufficient in feeding their own population. I think with the correct balance of fertilizers, with the correct balance of usage of land, and how many crop yields they need for the year around. I think mechanized farming can be something which can be really used in a very positive sense, so that everybody is feeded round the year. So, congratulations to Josephat on this very noble venture. And congratulations, in fact, to everyone, even to Pati, Goi, and Vani, everyone, because they all are trying to increase the yield. They all are trying to increase the yield as well as earn. That is what social entrepreneurship is all about, to do good to the society and also to make money. You have to sustain yourself as well while you do good to the society. So this is what, and let me tell you, friends, that in the coming years, in another decade or so, social entrepreneurship is only going to remain. The other capitalist approach will not remain, because the earth cannot sustain capitalists anymore. We need to do business, but we need to do only good business which is good for the planet. So I'm really grateful to all four of you to present your cases, and I would love to hear from all of you. What did you feel about this, webinar, and what kind of work are you into? What you are doing, so that how we can, support you as participants in this webinar. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Pooja, for your comments. Yeah, anybody, anyone else with a comment, you're highly welcome.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, good morning. Oh, good afternoon, other area. Yeah, this is from Sierra Leone. Yeah. Thank you to all the presentation. Yeah, the presentation, they are all aiming for the development of, I would say, Africa and Asia. Yeah, because if you think about in terms of agriculture, we are still struggling. Yeah, because I don't know whether it's because of our population or because of the way we do things. Yeah, but all of them are trying to see how African can able to be sustainable. Yeah, because all the presenters are trying, first of all, they are trying to at least to include the youth, because you cannot work without youth. Yeah, because the youth are that they have the power, they are young, and so when you use the youth with the mechanics that will be around, there will be more efficiency. And the other thing that I learned from all the presenters, their target is to be self-reliant within countries. For example, like what my brother from Sierra Leone, Mr. Conte, yeah, our main problem here is this importation of rice. Yeah, so if like he has this aim on how can we produce rice within the country. Yeah, because our country is very interesting. If somebody they be for the day without rice, even if you use potato, cassava, or other things, if you ask, have you taken food? He will say no. Yeah, because we are adapted to rice. Yeah, because like even when I went out to Uganda to study, because I studied in Uganda. Yeah, when they used to bring this thing of matoke, I said this is for us, that side is the last source. When there is no food for us to eat, this is what we manage. You see? So like the brother, the way all the presenters, they are trying to at least we Africans to try to be self sufficient. Yeah, so I thank that. I just hope that we will have partners that will be able to help their aims. Thank you very much for this time being. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Abdul, for your comments. Welcome, Mo.
My hand is up. Can I speak now?
You're
Yes,
welcome.
yeah.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you very much and good morning. My name is Mekwe Olabisi. I'm calling from Nigeria. Good morning. Firstly, I want to say congratulations to Infinite X for this wonderful webinar that has been put together. When I saw that it had to do with agri, I was interested because in Nigeria, there's a proverb that we say, the farmer is king, Agbeloba. The farmer is king because the farmer is the one that grows all the food that we eat. And if you look at all the projects that have been presented to us here today, they are all wonderful projects to tell you that we are doing things in our own way. The area that resonates with me, with all the presenters, is that they are bringing the youth in. And we have already said that the last speaker has already mentioned what I wanted to say about the youth. But I want to talk about sustainability, because whatever we are doing, if it is not sustainable, after we have left, the project will die off. So we should ensure that our projects are sustainable, just as Dr. Pooja has said. The projects are to make money. But I also want to say that no man is an island. You know, that's why we have coalitions, that's why we have partnership. And we cannot do anything without our governments, you know, because so many of our farm produce, they get spoiled because in Africa, the road from the farm to the town to the markets are deplorable. So most times you find out that our produce gets bad because we're not able to get them to the farm on time. So it is very important for those of us who are farmers to have a relationship with the government, especially the Ministry of Agriculture, because you can tell the ministry that the road that is leading to your farm is bad, and you can lobby to have the road repaired. So it's very important for us, as we work together as coalitions, as we are doing here with Infinite X, we should also endeavor to work with our governments to ensure that the roads that lead to our farm, infrastructure, fertilizer, everything that we need, government has the power to produce them and to get them in bulk. And when we are connected to the Ministry of Agriculture, sometimes we get those produce. Sometimes we can even get them to come and use their tractors to work on our land. So for sustainability, it is very important for us to work with government as we are working together, and also to ensure that we make our work attractable to the youth. You know, just as the last presenter has said, they are our future. So we should get them and present them with attractive incentives that will make them to stay on in our farms and in our businesses. So I want to say congratulations to all the presenters. It is really very wonderful. One cannot imagine if you don't join this kind of trainings and webinars, you will not know what people are doing in their own spaces. So it is just to say congratulations and well done. Well done to Dr. Pooja, Sir Ruben, I can see you, and my friends, Goy, everyone, well done. Thank you.
Thank you, Mekwe. Thank you for being here and enlightening us with your thoughts. I think it is really wonderful and surprising for you too, and you've always been a guest for us. So we are very happy to always have you with us and to be, enlightened with whatever you say, because it always makes so much sense for us. So you'll also be happy to know, Mekwe, that there are a lot of lot of collaborations within the academy also. If you would have heard the first presentation, Vani and Goi themselves have made a cross-border, collaboration between themselves to help their own countries. So I think this is what we are harnessing. We are harnessing the power of partnerships, and it's real time happening within the academy. So it's a huge bonus for us to witness how they grow and how they make do best. So thank you for being here, and over to you, Dima. Thank you.
Hello, good morning. Good afternoon. Sir. I'm really happy. My name is Francis Elisha George from Sierra Leone, right?
Thank you, Madam, for pieces of advices to really love. So at the moment, you allow me to hand over to Madam Janet so that she
Yeah, Dima, I
welcome.
think Francis is trying to contribute. So Francis, you can go ahead and finish your statement.
Oh wow, he's highly welcome.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. I'm really happy to join this webinar meeting. I'm really happy to see my brother Josephat right here because, like, for us in Sierra Leone here, it's very, very difficult to see a youth involving in agriculture with an wholeheartedness, right? Here in Sierra Leone,
Oh, I think he's having internet issues. So meanwhile, Francis comes back. I think Risikat,
before
you. Okay, Francis is back. Yeah, go ahead, Francis.
it's very difficult. Hello.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Francis. Okay, I think he has internet issues. Okay, meanwhile, we can talk to Risikat Yusuf. Yusuf, go ahead. Yeah, please unmute.
Hello. Hello, good morning. You can hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Hello.
Please go ahead.
I think my network seems to be really very, very poor, but I hope you can hear me. Actually, I call all upon all the people who have been able to attend this webinar is that the time is now. This is the time that you can scale up your idea, you put it into practice. And I think where you have problem, the right place is the Infinite 8 Academy, whereby you will be able to be supported. I hope that after here, you will be engaging with the team to make sure that you are supported to grow that idea, or maybe to grow that small enterprise that you have tried to put it across. We are all here. You can find us on, especially myself, on all the social media handles, especially I'm very active on LinkedIn. So you can find me there for anything. We can make sure that we connect. This is the world that we are in. We have to make it a better place for the people who are coming and another generation. But the time is now. And to conclude, I want to say that let's take good care of the soil. Everything, the food, even the animals that we, maybe if we eat meat, the animals also still get the feed from the soil. So the ecosystem is just around the soil. Otherwise, thank you so much. I'm very much pleased to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. So now we move back to Nima.
Yeah, thank you very much for these comments. I can see people who are raising up hands. I can see Mrs. Yusuf. Would you be having some comments?
She's already
Yes.
If
spoken.
yes, you are kind.
Nima, she has already spoken.
Good morning from Nigeria. My name is Rizkat Yusuf. My organization is Organization for Non-Formal Education Foundation. I appreciated all our presenter. What marveled me most is the aspect of food and nutrition. My organization is advocating for women and children. And children in most of our schools, some children will not go to school because of breakfast or because of food. So we try to look at this issue as a very, very critical issue because our organization provides 6+1 services. And the number one service for children is food and nutrition. Our organization ensures that children are well fed, and if they are giving money to school vendors, there will be food vendors in the school to take care of these children. So I really appreciate this webinar. It's very, very educative and informative for me and for my other colleagues. I want to thank the organizer of this event. Uncle Ruben, thank you for inviting me, and my leaders, Dr. Mekwe, good morning. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Quickly, can we have a photo of all of us? If all of you can switch on your cameras and we can quickly have a photo. Kiri, can you please take a photo?
Yes, I can manage take photo, Puja.
Okay, thank you, Ranga.
All right, so everyone, please open your video camera. There's 2 chapters for the photo. I will take the first one. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now the second one. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Back to you, Puja.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Nima, you can go ahead. I think it's way past the time we had kept for an hour and it's almost 2 hours. So we can quickly close and, let everybody fly back.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Yeah, I think that's good. Madam Puja. Yeah, they're very fruitful. Thank you so much, everyone, for the presentations and the comments. We'll write
Thank
it
you,
down.
Nima. I would like to thank Nima, Dr. Ruben, Kiri, Ranga, Janet, and of course, all our 4 presenters for such good deliberations and such good organizing. And Infinity 8 is really blessed to have you all on board and look forward to, growing together. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Charles. Here also, I see everyone.
Hi.
We are.
Dr. Ruben, how are you? Dr. Ruben, how are you doing?
Thank you, Dr. Makuya. Okay, thank you. God bless everyone. Thank you.
Dr. Puja, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine,
Dr.
McQuay.
Ruben,
It's a
how are
pleasure to see you.
Good to see you.
Dr. Ruben, how are you?
Keep sharing your
I'm doing
wisdom
great.
with us.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Jessica,
Thank you.
Madam, thank you so much.
Bye.
Yes.
Thank you for
Yes,
inviting
James,
me.
everyone here. Thank you.
Bye.
Okay then.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Mas Ranga, for providing Zoom. Yes. See you again next month. Yes.
Thank you all, guys. Thank you.